saw that. It's a very, very funny show. I say Leslie Grantham alone is worth the admission, worth the ticket price. Another show I saw, it actually closes tomorrow. The 22nd of December. It stars Liberty X's Michelle Heaton. She was on the show last week, along with Peter Dean. Peter Dean, you may remember from Pete Bill from EastEnders. He's the evil Ebenezer, and he is very evil in this show. And also, Three Counties Radio's Eddie Armand, one of the funniest men I've ever met. He plays PC Pong, and his golden helmet's got to be worth seeing. It shines forever. And also we've got Chris Law in. He plays he plays Wishy Washy. I'll get myself organised now. In the show, that's at the Harpenden Halls, and that runs till the 22nd. Down in Aylesbury, the Waterside Theatre, you've got Melanie Manson, who was an X Factor finalist, and also Sam Bailey. She's playing the fairy Bo Bells in Dick Whittington. That's at the Aylesbury Waterside, and that runs until the 3rd of January, and you can get the tickets there. Call in the box office 0844 871 7607, or you can visit atgtickets.com/Aylesbury. And then final three shows. Aladdin down at the Wireless Centre. That runs till Sunday the 3rd of January, starring Patrick Kearns as Ebenezer, Derek Walker as Widow Twanky, and Serene Sandham Davis as Aladdin, and Adam Shuri as Wishy Washy. Box office there 01707 645 005, or you can book online at www.wirelesstheatre.co.uk. And down at the Hawthorn, it's only just opened only on Wednesday the 16th, runs through to the 3rd of January. You've got Cinderella down there. Box office there 0300 30 39 620, and that, or you can book there online at the Hawthorn Theatre.co.uk. And then I'm going to be meeting the guy in a few minutes, Alex, from this production. It's Around the World in 80 Days. Opens tomorrow night, the 22nd of December. Runs through to the 2nd of January. And of course, it's all about Phileas Fogg and his manservant Passepartout as they go around the world, or attempt to go around the world, in 80 days. I'm looking forward to seeing that tomorrow night. I'm going tomorrow night to see it on opening night. Really, really looking forward to it. It's a boy's own story. But Alex will tell us all about it in a few minutes. If you want the tickets for that show, and it's going to be selling, these are selling fast. It's 01908 820 800, or you can visit the Stables website, which is www.stables.org. And that's the rundown of all the Christmas shows. In the new year, we'll be going back to, I'll be doing a few of these pantos, so they're still running, but we're going back to the normal What's On, if there is a normal What's On, in the area.
Woke up and the toilet was overflowing. Must call the plumber. Realised the kids needed swimming lessons as it's all got out of control. Luckily, the old windows gave out, so we all floated outside. Must get on to the glazers. And now the garden looks atrocious. Now, what was the number for that landscaper?
Because you never know when a potential customer needs you, get yourself listed in your local flyer, the local business directory. Your local flyer, bringing businesses to your fingertips.
I'm driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. Well, I'm moving down that line, and it's been so long, but I will be there. I sing this song to pass the time away, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. It's gonna take Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. I take a look at the driver next to me. He's just the same. Just the same. Top to toe in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around. Driving home for Christmas, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through. Oh, and feel you near me, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. I take a look at the driver next to me. He's just the same. He's driving home, driving home, driving home for Christmas.
My second guest today is a gentleman called Alex Byrne. He's artistic director of New International Encounters, who are doing the fabulous Around the World in 80 Days at the stables this Christmas. Good morning, Alex.
Morning, Terry. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I love Around the World in 80 Days. I love the film with David Niven. I love the film with Steve Coogan,
isn't it?
And it's a great story. So, I mean, I think you're onto a winner with this one.
It is a smashing story, isn't it? I mean, it's written in the late 19th century, and it's in a way it's a huge sort of crazy boy's own adventure around the world. It's also got a sneaky love story woven into it, and at the same time, it's a sort of big joke about Victorian England and Victorian Englishness and our kind of cultural mores and ways of being. So yeah, it's been a really great journey with the show, actually.
Yeah, it's almost, I mean, it's back, that sort of era is back in vogue. There's this steampunk thing seems to have been going around for a little while, and I think that's sort of set in that era, isn't it, the Victorian
era? I think
era,
Phileas Fogg is a kind of steampunk hero in a way, because
he is actually.
It's all about the age of steamboats and steam trains and balloons, and they love all that. Jules Verne was a huge sort of science fan and was really into it.
Yeah. So, I mean, tell everybody about your production.
Well, it's one of the things most of the shows, in fact, all of the shows that I make are acting musician shows. So this show has 6 actors on stage, and they form a little band. They play music together, and they make all of the music for the show as live as part of the show. And what we did in making this show was to sort of think about how we were going to make all those different places around the world. You know, sort of Paris and Egypt and India and Japan and Hong Kong and America and so on. And we sort of worked on musical style and different kinds of sounds from those different places. So as well as being a sort of madcap journey around the world, it's also a bit of a musical journey around the world at the same time. And we use kind of a variety of different instruments. So we use sort of standard Western instruments like piano and guitar, but we also use harmonium and sitar. We play a bit of bluegrass banjo in the show. We've got also some sort of really quite unusual kind of Chinese, Japanese style instruments, which we use for sort of that section of the show. So that was one of the things we wanted to do, was sort of have the feeling that, as well as kind of evoking some of those places around the world, with the scenography and with the actors, we wanted to use music to tell the story as well.
Yeah, because you're artistic director, but I think you're in the show as well, aren't you?
I'm not in the show, no.
You're not?
I wish I was in the show. No, I'll be up in Milton Keynes for the opening.
Oh, will you?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be visiting the guys while they're playing once in a while. But no, I'm not in the show.
You're not in the show.
I have sometimes been in some of our shows.
I was going to say I've seen clips of you. So what does an artistic director do?
Well, I run the company, so I set the artistic program. That means I sort of choose the projects that we'll do and kind of talk to the partners that we want to work with about how those projects will be and when we're going to do them. And I choose the artists who are going to be on stage, so the actors and the musicians and so on. And then I lead the rehearsal process. So with this show was made at Cambridge Junction last year. It was their family Christmas show there. It then went on last summer to play at a lovely venue in Bristol, the Tobacco Factory. They're great friends there. It's a sort of summer family show. And then we're really lucky that Stables in Milton Keynes came in and said, yeah, we really love the show and we'd like to have it for Christmas in our venue. Do you say Milton Keynes or do you say Wavendon?
Those people who know it as Wavendon, but it's just on the outskirts of Milton Keynes. It's just off the Newport Pagnell Junction on the M1, so it's Milton Keynes. I mean, the address is Wavendon, and it's Wavendon Milton Keynes, so it's Stockwell Lane if anybody doesn't know how to find it.
It's an amazing place when you turn off the road and go up that little country lane.
I know.
Goodness me, what are we going to find? Beautiful arts venue.
It's a fabulous way. It's purpose built. I think a lot of people who live in Milton Keynes know it's actually owned by Cleo Lane, or run. She's involved in it, run by a charity. It is one of the best music venues and comedy venues around. Actually, it's a great place
there, actually, and I think that's one of the reasons why they wanted this show around the world in 80 days was because they are primarily a music venue, and this show is absolutely suffused with music. There are very few moments of silence in the show. Actually, there's music and there's songs. It's not a musical as such, it's music theatre, so, and kind of under every scene or every moment there's a sort of underscore, an ongoing underscore of different sort of music. And for the first time in a long time we use piano in this show, and we've had a bit of fun with some of the piano music in the show, which is a bit of a laugh.
What I found very interesting, on Monday the 28th of December, you're doing at 1 o'clock, you're doing a relaxed performance.
That's right.
Which I think is a great thing. It's designed for people who have like prefer a performance with a relaxed environment. People with like autism, sensory and communication disorders, and learning disabilities. I think that's a cracking idea.
Yeah, that's something we've been doing for a while, actually. So some people, it's a big family fun Christmas show, this one. And some people might think, well, will my kids be all right in that kind of show? So you designate one performance as a relaxed performance. I mean, the performance itself, in a way, is pretty relaxed as it goes. But some people get kind of put off by, I don't want to disturb other people, or sometimes my kids might be. They might be noisier, or they might be a bit more restless, and in a way that if the show's good, they'll love it anyway. But we've designated one of those shows, so it means that if somebody has got that concern, or they have a kid who might struggle in that situation, it being a bit unusual, or it means that it's it's a relaxed atmosphere. They have a bit more light in the auditorium. Normally the actors at the beginning will come and say hi, where the actors are going to do the show, just to make it a little bit less sort of surprising for kids who might struggle with that.
I mean, that's Monday the 28th, and it's at 1:30 p.m. So people can go along if you've got somebody with autism or you think would benefit from that show. I actually don't know about children disturbing the show. It's more likely to be the adults.
It would be.
The show, but I mean, the show you put down is suitable for everyone over 6 years of age.
That's right.
And I think from from 6 to 106.
Yes, definitely. I've made a couple of these sort of family Christmas shows, and I try to think about there's a great kind of boys' own adventure for the kids. There's a sneaky love story. There's a lot of very silly comedy, and there's also a lot for adults in it. There's a lot of with this kind of show you play the story in a way dead straight. But sometimes you have half a wink to the adults in the audience of, there being other levels of what's going on.
I think that works.
Something that British theatre does really well as a sort of, over the Christmas period.
I know this is not panto, but I mean, I was introduced to panto, actually, I was about 6 years of age. I know panto has like 3 levels. It has the sort of, the 6-year-old level, then it has a sort of, should we say, perhaps the teenage level, and then perhaps the naughty-minded level, like the likes of myself. And I think that's what endears people to theatre, I think, and in general.
I think so. I think this, you're right to say this isn't panto as such.
No, it's not panto.
There's no 2-part horse, or there's
no
this in the show. But there are heroes. There are clearly villains. There is audience interaction.